Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Blue Golf Ball here today with a Pokemon video. It's not going to be a Pokemon TCG video, but it is going to be a Pokemon video nonetheless. I'm going to be doing my top 32 real Pokemon in real life. And so this is going to be a fun little video. I'm going to run down my top list of Pokemon that have direct real life inspirations or relationships. And at number 1, we have Charmander, everyone's favorite starting Pokemon. I know there's a few of you guys that like to use Squirtle or perhaps even Bulbasaur, but the majority, we all like Charmander because Charmander is a salamander and becomes Charizard, of course. But the Pokemon that relates most to, I would say, right, to Charmander is the giant Chinese salamander. And you can see here the giant Chinese salamander. Sometimes you can see photos where they're red, and that looks a lot more like the Charmander. But you can see there's some relationships here, right? It's a salamander. It's huge. I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of like a Ditto version of Charmander. I'm not sure. But hey, that's number 1 to start off this list. At number 2, we have Poliwag. And Poliwag is, of course, it's a tadpole. And Poliwag, you can see it's got these swirls here, right? And you can read up about it. It's supposed to be the intestines. And so there's actually a little more closely related tadpole to it. It's the translucent tadpoles, and these translucent tadpoles do have the swirls, and it is their intestines, and that's kind of interesting. You can see maybe there's some inspiration there for that. At number 3, we have Gorbis and Huntail at number 4. So 3 and 4 together here, and you can see Gorbis has got a long nose looking thing, and Huntail is kind of a snake looking type Pokemon. And so the real life animal that Gorbis is based off of, I would say, is the long nose Chimera. And you can see a lot of similarities there. Even the shape and the way that it's got a long nose. It looks a lot like Gorbis. And for the Huntail, you can see here the Oarfish looks a lot like Huntail. It's got the, it's kind of a snake kind of thing, lives in the ocean, really long. It's got sharp teeth. I don't know. Looks kind of scary. And it's a little bit of a legendary kind of animal too. It's kind of hard to find, kind of hard to spot, and that's kind of neat. Anyways, at number 5, we have Caterpie. And yes, everybody loves the days when Caterpie was with Ash and then eventually evolved to Butterfree and had to leave. But you guys all know this, and you guys may have seen this before around the internet. Caterpie is based on the Eastern Tiger Swallowtail Caterpillar. Try to say that 10 times backwards. And you can see a lot of the similarities, and the green color scheme, everything to the antenna looking thing. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, that is Caterpie straight up. And I would say that they did a great job referencing that. So number 6. We can't exactly mention Caterpie without mentioning Metapod, and Metapod here is Metapod used Harden. Oh man, how sad. Yeah, the Metapod is the Purus Rape Pupa, and basically it's a pod. But since we were mentioning Metapod, at number 7 we have Kakuna and Hakuna Matata. And yes, the Kakuna is the stage 1 of the stage 2 line Beedrill. And you can see here the real relationship to Kakuna would be, of course, a bee pupa. And here you see it in this image here. Those things look creepy, and they look exactly like Kakunas. And they will become hornets someday. I don't know, some kind of bees. I don't want to deal with that. Not in my house. Anyways, at number 8, we have Pidgey. And Pidgey's such a cute little Pokemon. Everybody loves catching it, back in Generation 1 days on the Game Boy. But, of course, it has a real-life Pokemon that I'd say is really closely related. It is the Cedar Waxing. You can see right there the eyes, right on their eyes. There's that, kind of the black, like headband kind of thing, almost like a raccoon. I don't know. And so okay, fine. It's a bird. They look alike. Okay, all right. I think they look alike. So, at number 9, we have Love Disc, which is based on the Kissing Gorami, right? Love Disc right here. It's shaped like a heart. And you can see here the Kissing Gorami is kissing around, right? Looks like it's shaped like a heart as well. And it's kind of the same color scheme, I suppose. At number 10, we have Mudkip. And Mudkip, a lot of people like to start with Mudkip. It's one of those starters that people just thought, oh yeah, this is nice. Mudkip's a nice Pokemon. Mudkip is based on the Axolotl. It's a interesting looking alien-like thing. But I mean, you look closely, the face and kind of the way, I don't know, it's water type too. I mean, animals are, yeah. All right. it looks alike. It looks a little alien, but hey, it'll do. At number 11, we have Magikarp, and Magikarp is one of the most epic Pokemon. Everyone always talks about how sucky Magikarp is, but hey, one day we become a Gyarados, right? You never know your potential. And Magikarp is the yellow rockfish. A lot of you guys may have seen this on the internet already, and man, but I gotta just throw it in this list right here at number 11. The yellow rockfish looks exactly like Magikarp, and legend has it if a Magikarp can swim all the way up a waterfall, at the end of the waterfall when it gets to the top, it becomes a Gyarados. So maybe all you need to do is train a yellow rockfish, and we can see a Gyarados someday. At number 12, we have Crocodile. Every time I think of this Pokemon, I think of Crocodile from One Piece. The guy that's Sandman kind of guy. Anyways, number 12, Crocodile. You can see there's a long snout and stuff like that. The Pokemon, or the real-life animal that this Pokemon is based off of, is Gharial. Gharial. You can see right here, it's got the long snout, and it's really big. It's a crocodile. It's in the crocodile family, but it's a particular type of crocodile, so that's kind of cool. At number 13, we have Vileplume, and yeah, it's a big plant. What else can I say about it? I mean, it's got, the color scheme and everything there. And so, for a specific kind of plant that matches it, it's going to be the Rafflesia arnodil. I can't pronounce it. But you can see right there on the screen, and yes, there is a lot of similarities. You can see how it's red, it's big, and it's a plant. All right, number 14, Chatot. Oh yes, this is another bird along with the Pidgey, and it's pretty obvious Chatot's going to be some kind of parrot-like animal, bird. And yes, it's the yellow-collared lovebirds at number 14. The yellow-collared lovebirds, they do look like Chatots. The color scheme, not so much. I mean, okay, fine. It's a parrot. All right. At number 15, Victreebel is a pitcher plant. And you can see here, Victreebel doesn't really like James. But yeah, it is the pitcher plant. You can see here how there's some similarities with the grass right over the mouth, right? They both got mouths. They eat stuff. It's a plant. And there you go. At number 16, we have Sandshrew. And Sandshrew is one of those Pokemon where you could either go with a Sandshrew, but most people go with a Diglett to take on Lieutenant Surge, since they're ground types and electric types won't work on them. But Sandshrew here, you can see it's the 4-banded armadillo, and they do roll up the balls, and they do kind of look alike a little bit. And that's it. We're at the halfway point, and here we are at number 17. If we mention Sandshrew, we got to mention Sandslash. And Sandslash here is a pretty cool looking guy. It's got, spikes everywhere. What other animal in real life looks like that is the pangolin. I cannot pronounce that. Pangolin. I'm not sure. And you can see right there, it's kind of walks kind of creepy. I don't know. And it's always looking for prey. Kind of scary looking. All those spikes. Don't want to mess with that guy. At number 18, we have Drowsy, and my wife was never a fan of Drowsy, and especially when it evolves, they eat dreams and whatnot, into a Hypno, and you can see here Drowsy may have some real life inspirations from the Malian Tapir, I don't know, but those things look nasty. That was my wife's first reaction to it, but I would have to agree. And so, but you definitely can see how there's, it looks like a Drowsy, and maybe Drowsy is based on this kind of animal, and I'm not too sure. At number 19, we have Shellos, and it's based on the Chromodorus loki. You can see Shellos here definitely looks like it. There's some similarities here. And I don't know, it's crawling around, same thing as a Shellos. So there you have it. At number 20, we have Stunfisk. And yeah, looks like Cylon's having fun spinning Stunfisk around. Poor Stunfisk. Enough of that. Stunfisk is the Stargazer. You guys may have seen this in other posts and forums out there, but looks ugly. Oh my goodness. Don't want to step on that thing, but you can see there's some inspirations for it, especially with, it looks brown. It lives in the ocean. Stunfisk can be kind of a water type thing too. Anyways, let's go on to number 21. And we have the Sea King, or Sea King. That reminds me of One Piece again. Sea Kings. But yes, Sea King, you can see here, it looks closely related to the Calico Ryukin Goldfish. And wow, are they just a splitting image of each other. Man, you might as well just, I don't know, catch one of these and make it learn make it learn how to tackle. And so, since we're still on some of these water Pokemon type things, at number 22 we have Starmie, and Misty Starmie is the most classic one. Everybody loves Starmie. You can see here it's closely related to the Purple Sunstar. And the Purple Sunstar is, it's got a lot of arms, and it's kind of similar to Starmie, how it's not a typical starfish where it only have 5. But again, the color, it's purple, and it's got a lot of arms. So there you go. At number 23, Gogoat here is, you might think it looks like any old ram. It could be any kind of goat. But it's got a particular and a little more specific, realistic animal, and it's the Japanese Sero. And wow, you can look at that. They look a lot alike, and that's a ton of fun just to see how, and it's Japanese, so you can see if you live in Japan and that's where Pokemon's from, you can see these guys maybe in your own backyard. I'm not sure. At number 24, we have Pikachu, everyone's beloved poster child of Pokemon, and Pikachu here is the little lightning Pokemon. And you guys all know this. Pika is, mouse. Pika is actually like electricity, and Chew is actually the sound that a mouse makes. And so what Pikachu is a Pika. And here you go. You can see it's the little mouse. And I'm not sure, right? That's what they call them. But you can look up, maybe research this, and I don't know. But hey, it looks cute, right? So at number 25, we have Emolga. And once again, since Pokemon is from Japan, you can guess it. What we have is the Japanese flying squirrels. And if you are in Japan, you can see these right outside your window. I'm just kidding. But you can see there's some, direct relationships. Emolga is a flying type squirrel, and these Japanese flying squirrels are flying squirrels. And they're really cute. So there you go. That's why it's in Emolga. At 26, we have the Zigzagoon, and no one really likes this guy. But of course, we this has a real life animal, and it's gonna be the Tanuki. And you can see right there, it's like a dog looking raccoon thing. At number 27, we have Mankey. And Mankey is obviously a monkey, and it fights, but there are some monkeys that look a little bit more like Mankey than others, right? You ain't gonna put a gorilla in the picture. And it's the Japanese Macaque, M-A-C-A-Q-U-E. You can see right there in the video when the Japanese macaque. Looks like a Mankey to me, right? If there really was a Mankey, it's got to evolve into a primate, though. All right, 28. We have Ursaring, and again, we are on a Japan road trip here. Ursaring, it's a big bear. It's brown. It's got this thing on its chest. Well, other bears like that? Well, hey, there is an Asian black bear. Perhaps you can see these in Japan as well. You can see right there they have the little white patch on their chest, and I would say that's probably where Ursaring got the inspiration from. Who knows? Maybe. I think so. I think so. And at number 29, it is Kyogre. Everybody loves Kyogre. I don't have Groudon in here. Maybe I should, but Kyogre is this big Pokemon, but you can see in this video, obviously he's not that big, but I don't know. It's a whale shark, right? So here we go. It's a whale shark. You can see, Kyogre, the whale shark, very similar. Big Pokemon, big animal, lives in the sea, very scary. Don't want to approach it. Could get eaten by that thing. At number 30, we have Unfezant, and obviously how it sounds, it's a pheasant, and you can see right here, it is a Japanese pheasant, and the Japanese pheasant, again, you can find these in Japan. I gotta say, the creators of Pokemon probably started to think, what are some Pokemon we can see in our backyard? And hey, look, a Gogoat and a bear, and look, a pheasant. All right, these look good. And they took pictures, and then they just made them into Pokemon. At number 31, we have Kabuto, and not the Kabuto from Pokemon, or not the Kabuto from Naruto, I mean. Kabuto is the giant isopod or Atlantic horseshoe crab, either or. But you can see right here, I think the horseshoe crab looks a little bit more like a Kabuto to me. And see how this horseshoe crab is crawling around. That's kind of cool. And finally, wrapping up this list at number 32. And you guys all are big fans of the Helix fossil. It's going to be Ammonite. And Ammonite is from the Ammonite fossil. Oh, go figure. And there it is, the Ammonite fossil. So that's it for my top 32. Of course, there's plenty of other Pokemon out there that have real-life relationships with real Pokemon. And yeah, if you guys like the video, post a comment below, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, this is mostly about TCG, but you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.